I'm wheeling! I'm wheeling! I get some water from the Camelback. That's what you gotta do when it's this hot. You can't just not ride with one of those. It's foolish. But yeah, what the hell was the topic? What was I gonna talk about? I don't know. I got it. It came back to me. I bought a new car. Yeah, thank God I needed a new one bad. Dude, my old car was just gone. It was disaster. That old Mitsubishi Mirage was like, what, how many miles was it? 220 something, 220,000 something miles. I mean, you got your money's worth out of it, you know. I can't complain. I'm not gonna cry that I didn't had like it was just gone. That's what I do. I drive these damn cars like into destruction. Fuck is this sidewalk go? Random little pond. Oh, fuck my life. Yeah, the bike was just like, the car was, I don't know, I done it in. But that's what I mean, I ride them until they're gone. I mean, I keep up with the maintenance, I do what I can on them, and I just say fuck it, and I end up just driving them until they're worn out. You can't really like they end up like totaled by repairs needed to, you know, keep them going. Here's old movies. Go see a few movies. I'm behind on movies. Anyway, yeah, what the fuck is this thing? I always wondered. These people are gonna want to come hang out next to this. It's worth putting benches at. God, there's some more wind. It's so fucking windy out here. But I don't know. That's just my thinking behind it. You know, you might as well just you keep up with the maintenance part, but you know, it's the little things. You gotta say fuck it. I mean I guess one of the big things I really should have fixed in this weather, especially. I mean, it's so damned hot was the AC. The AC had been out on that car for over a year now. So I went through like all last summer with like no air conditioning, which may have been useless anyway. That fucking car just couldn't drive with the air conditioning on. It was like you could turn it on once you got up to speed, and if you came to an overpass, you'd have to turn it off. You take off from a light, you have to take it off. You have to pass somebody, you have to take it off. You didn't want to start it with it on. Anything requiring any type of acceleration period, you really need to turn the AC off. And then even with it on, if you were holding much higher than 65 miles an hour, the car shook like a bastard, so you'd want to turn it off for that too. So the AC was already useless anyway. I guess it's not that big a deal. Yeah, it is. I'm not crying about it. But it was still nice to be able to kick it on for a second, you know, when you're going down a hill, the wind behind you. Throw it on for a bit and get like a blast of air hit you would be nice. But yeah, it was shifting rough though, just going through the gears hard. It was I changed out the hydraulic transmission fluid at one point. I flushed it, which is a fucking pain in the ass on automatics, man. Manuals are like fucking just like you're dumping regular oil, and you could probably like go its whole life and never like change oil in manual transmission. I'm not suggesting. I'm just saying you could probably get away with it. But yeah, it was yeah, I don't know. That thing was fucked up, man. You know what? One thing though, is it never leaked any fluids until the day before I got rid of it. I traded it in, and I'd already gone up there and talked to this dealer and figured out the car I wanted, like, and then, you know, you don't let them know, you know, oh, it's not a good price, and you leave. And, but I'd come back and we were talking, and I went to go get it, and it was, well, at first they told me they could only give me like $500 for that car, and I couldn't even argue that. I mean, it's like it's a time bomb, dude. Something's gonna go on it any day, and they know that too. You know, they didn't even look at the car for that long to figure out everything that was wrong with it. They didn't even bother making a big list. They, you know, they just kind of gave one of those hard once-overs, and they realized all they can really do is auction it off. So they're like, yeah, you know, 500, and then there was some kind of government thing. I got like, I think, another 1,000 back. So 1,500, like, you know, when it like basically ended up like almost tripling, well, did triple the price of what they were going to give me for that car. So that was all money. And like I said, the car, this is what I was going to say, the car had never leaked any fluids, despite all that. It was running like shit. It was wearing down. I did a compression test on one point, really uneven compression, little inline 4 that it had, but it didn't leak oil. It just consumed oil a little bit, you know. It probably was just taking it through the rings, you know. Not even that fast. I had to have a good bit of blow by, but it did okay. It was resilient. And then the day before I sold it, I was driving to work, right? And I was on the toll road doing about however fast you go down the toll road speed limit 70. The car, yeah, I was going 70 at the time. It's hard for it to do it all the time. Water break. And but yeah, I'm cruising at 70 in the slow lane, you know, the right lane, and no traffic on the road. Real early in the morning, I'm heading to work. I had to be there real early that day, so there's no rush hour traffic at all. Like, nobody even on the damn road this early. And I'm cruising along, and a bucket rolls out in front of the car, about that, you know, kind of distance you can imagine, you know, whatever. And so there's no time to react. I hit this bucket at like 70 miles an hour, and fuck, man, it went right up underneath the car. Bam! It slammed. Shit's fucking. You can just hear it. It's running underneath the car, making all sorts of fuck up noises. So I ended up like pulling over real fast, and I stopped on the side of the road. I actually tried to back up real quick, see if it would pop back out, but it wouldn't. So I had to get underneath the damn thing and like rip the bucket out from underneath the car. Like, as soon as I ripped it out, it was dripping shit, and I was like, fuck, you know. I was like, I don't want to sit here and play with it on the side of the highway. It's pretty dangerous. So I went to the next exit. I just drove it slow with my hazards on, and I pulled off at the next exit, and I got underneath it. I'm sitting there with like my little flashlight on my phone and shit, and I'm like looking all up underneath it, and I figured out what at least I could tell. The main thing that was leaking was coolant. I couldn't see anything else was leaking, right? And it was leaking coolant, and I realized it was the overflow reservoir. It just pissed out all the fluid in the overflow. So I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. It sucks. I don't have, like, the overflow reservoir is basically just not there anymore. It's just basically, you basically imagine it like it just goes to ground. Hell, this bike goes to ground. I lost my reservoir on this bike with a twig went through it one time, and I ride it all summer, and I just, every once in a while, I'll crack the top open and add like an inch or two back into it. So it's, you keep your eye on it. I'm not saying you can get away with that everywhere, but if I couldn't get away with it, I would just make one out of a water bottle. But anyway, yeah, I was like, all right, well, it's fine. I drove it to work, and then I drove it home. And then the next day, I took my wife's truck to work. I was like, she was off. I was like, yeah, I really don't want to drive it. It's, you know, I haven't really had a good chance to like look at it in the daylight. And when I got home that day, we went and we bought the damn car. But I took the truck, and then I went back up there to go grab my car while she stayed up there, and like I had to do shit with my phone and the radio in the car. I'll talk about that later. And I came back with the car and the title. When I pulled the car out of the driveway, there was so much fluid down there on the driveway, dude. And I went and checked. It was oil, there was coolant, there was hydraulic fluid. I fucked it all up, man. It was leaking one of everything. It was fucked. The only thing wasn't there was brake fluid. So I went in the garage and grabbed some .4 and just poured it on the ground so I'd feel better about it. And yeah, I was like, oh shit. Actually, what I ended up doing is going back out there with like some paint thinner and try to get all that oil off the ground. Oh no, school bus brings out the best in me. But yeah, it was interesting to say the least. I was just driving, it was like 2 miles to the dealer, and I was like, all right, you're gonna make it, fucker. You're gonna make it. There's like no kids on this bus. But that just makes it useless to me. I like the buses with the kiddies on it. And yeah, it was fun times. Yeah, I got it up there, luckily, thank God. But yeah, I got my new vehicle. It's cool, man. I like it. I'll just make another video about it. You know what? Like, would you guys be all against if I made a single vlog that wasn't on a bike? I'll fucking plop the camera in the car and just go drive around. Just be like, this is my ride. But it's a nice ride. I like it. I think I've made a good decision with it. I read a lot of the stuff you guys said too. There's a few things that popped up a lot. I definitely didn't buy no VW. I know people are either totally yeah or totally no, but there's enough no's in MT Central's video. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get one. I'm just gonna think they had the right idea there. So, but yeah, anyway, I'll make a video. I'll tell you guys about that later. Just walking across the field, shooting at every life every 5 seconds. That'll keep you. That'll keep a pin. What's she doing down there? Me as one guy, I was keeping the entire. Like, man, I found out. Yeah, Willie's.